Hi, I'm Teresa Powell with the Lux Home Team, and I'm here with my trusted lender, Todd Novosel with NFM Lending. Today, we're going to be talking about some hot topics that a lot of you had asked about. So the first one is, Todd, can a buyer purchase a home if they're going through a divorce?
Yeah, great question. So they actually can purchase a house while going through a divorce. There are a few things to be mindful of. One would be dower rights and what they plan to do with their other spouse as they're purchasing. We can talk about that in another segment. And then we also have to be mindful of any debts that are going to come up as a result of that divorce.
Yeah, something that I met with the buyer last week, and she worked with another agent before coming to me, and she is going through a divorce, and that other agent did not mention anything about dower rights. Dower rights is still a thing in Ohio. It's one of the few states that still have spousal rights, is pretty much what they are, where even if your spouse is not on your mortgage, they still have rights to 1/3 of that property. Now, you definitely want to get an attorney's opinion of this, but they do have rights to that property. So you cannot buy or sell a home in Ohio if you are currently married, unless your spouse has released those dower rights. That's how I guide my clients. Now, is there anything they should know from the finance perspective with that? I know that, if you are looking to buy a home and you are married, you definitely want to put that home into a trust. Talk to an attorney, have them put a trust together for you. But financing, would that satisfy financing requirements for them?
Yeah, so the two criteria that would need to be met the day of closing, regardless of that spouse being on the loan, would be they do have to show up at closing and they sign some documents acknowledging that their spouse is taking out a mortgage, that they are purchasing real estate in the state of Ohio, and that they have no interest in that property and they are not obligated on that mortgage. So that would be your traditional way of handling that situation.
Now, that's if the spouse agrees to do it and they actually follow through with it. Because
Yes.
I've had a few clients, you and I together have, and the spouse will agree. And then right before closing, you know what, something happens and they change their mind.
Yes.
So we're trying to have our clients work with an attorney to get a trust together so that we can still close on time. So it's always better safe than sorry. Always recommend the trust.
Yeah. Trust solves the spouse from having to come, and yes, we have ran into that where you can coach the whole way, but until we get to the closing table, it does not matter if that spouse does not show up. We cannot complete that transaction without them signing off. Or again, if the title would be put into a trust, then we actually can exclude that spouse from showing up.
Yeah. Well, and something else is, Todd and I both had another client, it's been a while, and the husband tried to, I guess, kind of get rid of the house without the wife knowing it was in foreclosure. And then he wanted to try to do a short sale. So I had to explain to him, even though she wasn't, that she did have rights to that property and she would have to sign off on that. So there's a lot to think about when it comes to spouses and transferring a property. If you have questions, reach out to either one of us. We'll guide you to an attorney with things that we can't answer, but we're here to help you every step of the way.
Send us a DM if to help get your home buying or selling journey started today.